What's up, guys, and thanks for tuning into the channel Growing Up Fish, where we are literally growing up fish, right? So this is my 75-gallon tank, and these are my cichlids. Aren't they cute? I know. So I wanted to make this video all about what I've done to get them to their size right now, because when I originally bought these cichlid cichlids, parrots, there we go. I do have puffers over there and they're looking at me going crazy. So that's why I was thinking about them. But when I originally bought these parrots, they were about his size here. They were about that size. And these are the two newest additions to the tank. Seems like he's been in a bit of a scuffle here. And it also may look like he has ick. Alright, so we are gonna fix that here in a minute. We just gotta turn up the heat. I did make some adjustments to the heat, and that can tend to cause that ick, so I might just need to just turn up the heat and then add some salt. Alright, so that's how we're gonna fix that. Alright, so this is my 75-gallon tank, and I've had these, majority of these fish. I want to say this was the original. We call him Boss. There we go. And he's beautiful, right? And so we bought him 2 years ago from a pet store in Charlotte, North Carolina. And he's just been growing. And then we bought the rest of these fish. So in total, I believe there are 8 in here. We also have some roseline sharks. I think there are 6 of those. Then we have some tetras. And we also have some danios in here with these guys. And believe it or not, way back there, we have some mollies. Let's see if I can kind of peek my head. There's some mollies. Let's see. Maybe hiding from me. But there we go. Some mollies in there, and I feel like it's maybe 1 male and maybe 4 or 5 females. I feel like that's what we have in here. So they are all hiding right now. I kind of scared them when I got up to look for the mollies, but maybe if I flash some food here, they'll come out. Food always gets their attention. All right, so like I said, I have had majority of these guys in here for 2 years, and I'm actually gonna feed them just to kind of get them going a little bit. All right, here we go. Eat up, guys. Eat up. And so I actually feed them this blood red parrot here, and it does wonders for the color that you're seeing right now. Boss is a little pale, but they normally are very bright. But that's what I feed them. It looks like a couple of these guys may have some issues going on that I might need to take care of here. So normally their water is around about maybe 82 degrees or so, and I think I turned it down to like maybe 79, and I think that's what's causing this panic of ick of what I just saw, but we're gonna take care of that. So these guys have just been growing. I feed them maybe once a day, and then at least once a week I put them on a fast, right? And I don't feed them just so they can just like clear up their system. And I also do a water change once a week on these guys, but as you can see, it's over filtrated. We got 2 hang on the back filters in the back, and then we also have a sponge filter on the side here. There we go. So I may actually need to move that around because I don't know if the limb here is supposed to be just leaning on it. But these are my guys. Like, I love my cichlid parrotfish. They're quite they're quite entertaining. I mean, they get along great with one another. They do scuffle a little bit, you know, but other than that, it's all out of love. They all sleep together in one spot, and they will take up for one another. Sometimes they'll turn on each other, or be 3 against 3, or 1 against 3, or it just depends. But you know, they tend to do relatively well together, and for now, this tank is, you know, suitable for them, just because they are still small. But definitely we're gonna need a bigger tank for them. I'd recommend like anything, you know, a 120 all the way up to like a 180 is what we're thinking that we're gonna get. Plus the rose lines are still growing. But these guys love the camera, right? Like, they love the camera. See if they'll come up to my fingers here. Hey guys. But they are beautiful. It seems like the prices for blood parrots have just really went up, double almost. I think that's probably for all fish, but what I noticed like after the pandemic is that the price of these fish have gone up. I mean, the cheapest one that I've bought was $16.99, and I think that was at maybe like a PetSmart. Yep, PetSmart. And so these guys are really getting expensive nowadays. You're gonna pay about $24, $29 for one of these guys. But you know what? They're worth it. I mean, you can get a school of these. They're really peaceful fish. A lot of people think that they're, you know, aggressive, and for, you know, sometimes they can be. Like, they are territorial, you know, but it depends. Mainly like when I see Boss and the other biggest one here, when I see them kind of going over to this side of the tank, I know like something's up. Either they're trying to, like, you know, lay eggs, or they're trying to do something like, you know, mate or whatever. But these fish aren't known to reproduce in aquarium settings. But, you know, I think whenever they go over to that side of the tank, I think they're trying to like reproduce, or, you know, do their thing. And that's the only time that they get aggressive with one another and they start pushing and shoving. But other than that, like, you know, these guys are great. You know, and then like their scales do, I guess they I don't want to say shed, but I guess that's what they do. They lose their scales and they grow back, you know. That's maybe, what's the correct wording for that? I don't know. But they do that, and then their scales come back even more like colorful. But I don't just feed them that, I also feed them flakes, just cichlid flakes here, omega-1, whole seafood protein. And then I also feed them some of these, and they love these Tetra cichlid. Oh, they love these things. I'm gonna actually give them some because they love them so much. See how they just go crazy? Oh, they just go crazy. They just follow you wherever you go. I'm gonna give them some here. I normally just punch these up here. Oh, they love these things. Yeah, they love it. Isn't that so pretty? Aren't they so pretty? And so we added some plants here, just to kind of give it some creativeness. And let's go under here. Let's see, beautiful fish. So we added these plants just to kind of give them some hiding spaces, and you know, we wanted to just start growing plants. And so are you looking at me? You see me? Because I see you. Yeah, so you want to just start growing plants. But these fish are great. I mean, like I said, I've had these guys for 2 years now, majority of them. And, you know, you just feed them, you make sure you do your water changes. I really wouldn't worry about pH, but, you know, make sure that the water is clean. I think that's the best kind of advice I can give you. It's just to make sure that their water is clean, because these guys are, I won't say messy eaters. I won't say messy eaters. Almost knocked over their food. That wouldn't have been good. I wouldn't say they're messy eaters, but they are like they poop a lot. So, you know, there's a lot of waste that these guys put into this water. So, you know, I normally do like a 10 or 20% water change once a week. I rarely test the water just because it's been established for so long. But with that issue of ick that I saw earlier, I'm definitely gonna have to check this out and maybe do a water change. And definitely turn up their heat. But, you know, I haven't really figured out how to sex these guys. I will say that, you know, this one here has a bit of a hump on its head. So I would guess that that's a king parrot. I'm not exactly sure, but, you know. If you know, let me know, and then we can know together finally. But that's the only one in here that really looks like distinct like that, right? With that big old hump on its head there. Almost like this guy, Apocalypse, over here. Hey, Apocalypse. Say hello to the camera, buddy. This is a flower horn. We've had him for 2 years. We got him when we bought Boss. And he was in here. He was in here with these guys. We had way more fish than this. And he practically was a predator and pretty much ate up a lot of our fish. So if you've never seen a flower horn, there's one. They have to live alone. It's impossible to put anything in this tank and expect it to survive. So, but we love him. He loves us too. Alright, so that is going to wrap up this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy my Parrot Cichlids as much as I enjoy them every day. Remember to like, share, and comment below. And also subscribe to the channel, because that lets me know that you want to see more content like this. And it also lets me know that I'm not wasting my time putting these videos together. So subscribe to the channel, like, and share if you want to see more content like this. But thanks so much for tuning in to Growing Up Fish. I'll see you next time. Well, as promised, here's the exclusive video that I promised you. And this is basically video from 2 years ago of Boss and some of the other parrotfish and cichlids that I have. My convict, which is still in my tank. A few of the fish that I originally bought that are in the tank now. So basically, this was a whole tank of just mixed cichlids, which was a big mistake for me. I ended up losing a lot of money, a lot of fish, and a lot of anxiety was happening in this tank, and I didn't even know it. So it's always wise to give back to people who may not understand why you don't want to mix different types of fish together, especially predators fish like Boss, like not Boss, but my flower horn, which I showed you. He was in this tank with all of these fish. I can't see him in the video, but he was definitely in this tank, and he was a predator on a lot of these fish in here. So here's my suggestion on what not to do. Don't mix a lot of fish together, and then you'll have a beautiful tank like me. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.